a few very quick points. I think, the first and the biggest problem with this entire debate is that we have too few people who are willing to say three simple words, and those words are,
ये
I
क्विक
don't know.
ऑफलाइन डिलीट
Right?
कर दूं
So this is
हम्म
obviously stuff that is
क्विक
clouded in
ऑफलाइन
the fog of
ऑफिस
war. Evidence emerges,
हम्म,
evidence changes.
कर
We
दो
change our
ये
minds depending on what we
कर दो
see. We
कर
may
दो
feel differently a week from
इसमें
now,
चाहिए तो
2
कोई नहीं
weeks
ना
from now. Now that said,
हमें कैसे भी नहीं
I don't really think that, to be very blunt, I don't think that the sort of claims that Vishnu was making are being bought by anybody outside India. You have a series of people who have, frankly, no dog in this fight. Reuters did a story. There's been other satellite analysis by people in Australia and others. These are not people who really care one way or the other. They're just trying to answer a question, right? So they're not trying to say, oh, am I backing Team India or am I backing Team Pakistan? I see my friend Vivek Reddy is online and he's about to make all kinds of accusations. But they're just saying, look, tell me the truth. I have a question mark at the end of this. I don't have an exclamation point. People who are asking this question with a question mark at the end of it are not convinced by the Indian claims that have been put out so far. And the Reuters story, in fact, is very clear about this, and it says as much that this version that is being put out now, that the spice bomb used by India is
क्या
so
करता है
smart that
बंधु
it
भाई
does this amazing thing where it comes and it knocks on your door and it speaks to you in 3 languages. Then it goes inside and makes a cup of tea and then kills someone and then mops the floor. I mean, the Reuters people have been very clear in that story if you read it, where they say that a bomb, a 2,000-pound bomb of the kind that India says it used, is supposed to destroy concrete structures. Now, I'm not an expert on the weapons, but it seems to me, as an outsider watching this and following the coverage quite closely, that the folks who are saying, look, we don't have enough answers at this point are much more credible than the folks who are trying to kind of twist themselves into pretzels to come up with a predetermined answer. I'm not saying this is final. I'm saying that, the evidence could change. But if India wants to convince the international community, maybe it doesn't, right? Maybe it doesn't want to. But if India wants to convince international opinion that it did indeed hit these targets, it cannot simply apply. It cannot simply appeal to authority. Okay, now that might work domestically, and there may be good reasons that for it to work domestically, where you just say, "Hey, well, I said so." But the point is that the rest of the world is skeptical, and that skepticism is not being addressed by the methods that have been chosen so far.
I think you've made some very important points, Danand, including, about the bomb that knocks on the door and, talks to you in 3 languages. Because I have to say, I've wondered myself, and I'm going to ask the experts about that in just a moment. But I would like to ask our political panelists tonight, Vivek Reddy. One of the things that has been sort of repeatedly said in the last few days is, and I think international think tanks also do not dispute this point. They very clearly say the undisputed fact is India did cross the LOC, it did cross the international border, it did enter Pakistani airspace. The problem seems to have emerged when you had stories being planted about, firstly, 300 dead, then claims made about 250 by the BJP president. You see, when those claims are made, then you have to, people will ask. I mean, the families of the CRPF Jawans killed in Pulwama are asking those questions today. So have we tied ourselves up in knots over this? Mr. Reddy.